Okay, this is the workflow from from Davinci Resolve getting all the way to Audition. So I've got just something I threw in the timeline here. See, we've got a video with a cut and the synced audio, and then a song that is long so I can test it. So this is my ideal way to do this, and then I'll show you some backups if for some reason it doesn't work. So in your exports, right, go to scroll all the way over here to Premiere XML. I've put that in a folder, and here are my settings. First, on video, we can export the video on this, because if you have it all, you should have already cleaned this up where there's only one video track for the guide track, but it really doesn't matter for moving this over, and this would be how you'd switch things between editors to go to Premiere. So I just did QuickTime, ProRes, 422 HQ, timeline resolution, right? Just let it stick with those. Codec, linear PCM, we don't want it to be compressing. I'm saying render full extends, which means the whole file would be extended. If you just want shorter handles, I always say at least 300 frames, or if you're in 24 frames per second, 240 for 10 seconds. But I generally just render full exports. Channel, same as source, and then just always go up to 32 bits unless you know you don't have 32-bit audio. And render one track per channel. We are not going to render as discrete audio tracks so that it creates simpler files. Okay, then file. Yes, unique file names is important. And this all should be fine. So I had already rendered this out and moved it over. Now in Premiere, I have a new project. When I say import media, here's what it created, Premiere XML. And we're going to import this .xml file. And now we see all of the source materials. There were only two. And when I open up this timeline, everything is right there, just as I had it in Resolve. And you can see on this song, you can extend it out, and it goes all the way out. So all of the data has moved over, and then from here you could go through the process from Premiere to export to Audition. So you could either use export and Dynamic Link, Adobe Dynamic Link. Why am I not? I'm on the timeline. Not sure why my dynamic link is not working, but you do that. Or just, honestly, you just save this, and then you'll be able to open it directly in Audition. So I'll show you how that works. Open up Audition. And I have this saved in a folder for Premiere. And we can open it directly in Audition, and it will look just like this. Let me undo that and save so that it will look exactly like it was in Resolve. Okay, so in Audition, I'll just say File, Open. And let's just go through documents to get over to where I have this saved. Show you guys Resolve to Audition. And I saved it in Premiere so I don't get confused. Premiere imports and exports. And there was only one sequence, so it knew exactly what to update. And here we go. Now I can save this, and it's ready to edit. So that is the easiest way. Now here are those backup export formats from Resolve. You can just say File, Export Timeline, and AAF Export from Timeline. So this is down here. You'd say AAF File. Okay, that's one way to do it. When I'm gonna just clear all this out, show you guys what this looks like. And that was the AAF from export. And still we're importing. Okay, and here is the timeline. Now this is why I don't like this. It does this funky audio channel combiner. When I open up the timeline, it looks like I can't extend out. When I double click, I can see it does have space on the file. And that looks like the whole file. So if I had done that system in the timeline, I would want to simplify it before I send it to Audition. So I can right click on the timeline and say simplify sequence. And I